Well, never a dull moment, seems like, especially in this series. Just talk about how it went today.
Yeah, it's just, went good. Like, it's tough for both teams coming back. You get out of here at 1 o'clock in the morning last night. I got to bed at 3. I'm sure they got to bed a little earlier than that, but not much. And so tough for both teams to come back, even though it's 3 o'clock. It's still tough to come back from that, But I thought Notre Dame, after a tough loss yesterday, really came ready to play. I thought we came ready to play loose, but ready for the moment. We weren't like taking things for granted and just kind of cashing it in. And we already won the series. I thought we played hard, but I thought their guy pitched well. I thought Fox, he did what a Sunday starter has to do. He kept them in the game. And Fritton was much better. He was better. And he gave us an opportunity, but they got a couple runs across, and Jackson Lucas came in and just didn't have it. He didn't have it, and that put us in another hole. And then Reith came in, and I thought he threw very, very well. Just a lot of off-speed, a lot of strikes, kept us off balance, and we couldn't get to him. We got a couple runs there, I think in the 7th, cut it to 4-3, and then got the big hit there in the 8th to make it 4-4, and Glancy put a good swing on a pretty good fastball, 95 mile an hour, and he had a good weekend, good player. And so that was deflating and devastating to our dugout. And like I said, we play to the last pitch. We don't quit. We don't stop. We play the last pitch. But that was tough now. That was tough. And, you come up in the ninth, Sosa hits the ball right on the screws right at the first baseman. Chase gets the 2 strikes. Got a big hit there. I think that was the 6th time in a row he's been on base this weekend. 3 walks the other day, 3 hits today. And Luke came up and hit a good one. I thought the first baseman made a great play, and Luke busted down the line, which we always do, and he beat it out. And then Butters gets a big hit, and then Penny, big moment for him, for a big player. And it's hard when everybody says, "Oh, we want, Penny." This is, it's hard to deliver. Baseball's not that easy. It's not that easy. And what a great job by him. And for him, it was from a lot of, I think his girlfriend's family was here from the Midwest, and he's got a lot of people there. So sometimes it's hard to stay in the moment, and that's what our guys are learning how to do, is stay in the moment. And but anyway, it was a big weekend against a good team. They're scrappy. They got good hitters, and they pitched well. So they played well. We played well. We were fortunate to come up with 3 wins.
Talking about that quick turnaround after last night, but really hanging in there. Shane Van Dam did a great job trying to keeping you on the ball game, especially in those latter innings.
Shane was unbelievable. You're talking about a guy who had a concussion and hadn't pitched in 10 days until yesterday, and what a job he did. He just competed really, really hard. But anyway, Chase Nixon made a great play in left field. He busted his butt in BP today, and working hard in the outfield, and it paid off, which it always does if you keep working. And just a lot of guys, Cozy catching all 3 games. A lot of guys doing a lot of things well.
It's so hard to get wins in such a deep league, but how important is it to not just win the series, but get the sweep today?
Oh, it's really important because we went to Georgia Tech, and we were playing really well at the time. Had some things going on. We had like 20 guys out with the flu. Everything kind of seemed like it, and the conference kind of sprung on us. And we were fortunate to get the sweep with BC, and here, one of those games, very fortunate. Then we had that slugfest on Sunday, and then go to Georgia Tech and just did not play well at all, and got swept there. And so to be 8-4 in this league right now instead of 7-5, that's a big deal.
I have to ask you, with the men's and women's team advancing to the league, what's it like seeing that? And does that give you guys any extra motivation, to win for the fans here?
I think it had a lot to do with how many fans were at our game. Fans like to support your school, and everybody's winning, and everybody's winning right now. Women's basketball's won forever. That's just a given. Cross country, they win all the time. It's almost like you take it for granted. Swimming wins all the time. Wrestling wins all the time. You take a lot of stuff for granted, And then when you got the men's and women's team, both in the Elite 8, and everybody gets into March Madness, I think the spirit of the Wolfpack fans, obviously, one thing, Easter's going to lift everybody up. Easter's a special, special holiday for a lot of us, and it is for me. And so Easter itself lifts you up no matter what's going on in your life. Easter's just a very special holiday for me, a lot of reflection, a lot of things you think about in your life, the fortunes you've had in your life, and where you're at. And so the Easter's going to take care of that, but I think the fans just seem extra spry today because it's fun to win. It's fun to win. And so, yeah, that adds to it.